Stella, I'll be late again today. You should go to sleep on your own.
You don't want dinner?
No. I said I'll be late, so you should know that.
It's not the first time you didn't eat dinner. Can you come home early at least today?
What? I'm telling you, it's work. I can't. It's not Christmas or New Year's Eve. Why should I go home early?
Today is your mother's birthday, right? Did you forget about that?
Oh, that's right. But what's the point of celebrating moms? She's paralyzed.
What are you talking about? She may be paralyzed, but she's still conscious. You only come home once in a while, and we eat out for dinner all the time, so we rarely spend time together. Have you forgotten about all of that?
I'm busy with work since I'm not a housewife like you. You don't work, so you can just laze around at home.
I got married at 24, and a year later, your mother collapsed. You insisted on me taking care of her. I didn't quit my job to become a housewife.
I just lost my dad and I couldn't put her in a nursing home. You want me to thank you for that? Let me say it now. Thank you very much, Stella.
Is that what you say to a wife who's been taking care of your mother for 15 years? I'm telling you, I really don't have time to laze around at home. I'm busier every day than I was when I was working. I'm doing all housework and taking care of my mother-in-law. Your mother is a nice person, and I don't mind taking care of her. But to hear you talk to me like that, it's too offensive.
You're annoying. That's why I don't want to go home anymore.
She's your own mother. You should care about her a little. She always worries about you coming home late.
I told you I'm working. Anyway, I'll be home late today. Have a nice birthday party on your own. Bye.
Wait, Louie! Louie, where are you? Your mother has collapsed. She's in critical condition. You need to come to the hospital. The doctor said that she might not survive. Louie, please answer me.
Hey, is my mom okay?
What do you want? You're so late to reply back to me.
I just got to the hospital. Where are you?
Well, I just arrived home.
What? What are you thinking, leaving mom behind?
You're so helpless until the end. Your mother, she died.
You're kidding, right? Why didn't you call me earlier?
I did, soon after she collapsed. I called you several times and you didn't pick up.
You were supposed to come to me directly and let me know.
How am I supposed to get there if I don't even know where you are? I called the office at one point, but it wasn't the business hours, so no one answered.
I was having dinner with a client outside. Of course, no one would pick up the phone at that hour.
Your mother collapsed at that hour, so I had no choice. Why can't you understand that? If you'd at least told me where you were having a drink, I could have called you.
How dare you talk like that to your husband? I couldn't be there when my mom died.
That's why I called you so many times. Your mother always apologized to me. She said she was sorry for having a son like you.
How could you say that to me when I just lost my mother?
It's true. Your mother treated me as if I were her daughter. That's why I could continue to care for her. It was never for you, and I'm grieving much more. My favorite mother-in-law just passed away, and I couldn't even get her own son to see her for the last time. It's really a pity and pathetic story.
I let you take care of her as long as you wanted. That's what you want, right?
You have no idea how hard it was for me.
You're such a cocky little wife. I'd had enough. By the way, I've been looking for a good time to tell you. but it seems that there's no need to be so merciful.
Why now? I don't think it's a good timing.
I'll be honest with you. Today's dinner with client was a lie. I was having an affair.
What?
We've been together for 5 years, and she's now pregnant, so I'm divorcing you. Mom died, so you don't have to take care of her anymore. There's no reason for me to keep you at home.
Do you even know what you're talking about?
Of course, yes. And I've always liked my girlfriend better than you.
You let me take care of your mother for 15 years? How dare you cheated on me?
You don't wear makeup all the time. You dress inappropriately. You don't even go to the hairdresser. How can I regard you as a woman if you're like that?
I was taking care of you every day, doing the housework. There's no way I have time to do those things.
That's just an excuse. You're not even doing what you should do as a wife.
I was so busy all the time. Your mother couldn't even go to the bathroom by herself. When I asked for a home visit nurse, you wouldn't let me.
Well, I can't leave my mother in someone else's hands.
I didn't even get that much time to myself.
You are my wife, so it's your job to take care of your husband's mother. You should have done other necessary things like dressing properly and put some makeup. Anyway, I'm finally having a child. I couldn't have done it with you.
We talked about not being able to have kids together, didn't we? We both agreed that we'd have a good time as a couple, even if we don't have kids.
I don't remember talking about that at all. I don't want a wife I can't even look at as a woman, let alone have kids with her. I'd rather you thank me for keeping you at home all this time.
It's a little too much, don't you think? Your mother just passed away.
Maybe it's your fault that Mom died so quickly. If only you'd been a more devoted caregiver, things might have been different. I think you put something you shouldn't into Mom's food. You didn't take care of her properly on purpose, did you?
I wouldn't have done that. I took care of your mother with all my heart, and she always thanked me for that. And yet, you cheated on me, and to top it off, you had a child with your girlfriend. That's too much to bear.
I'm the poorest of the poor for getting married to a woman who can't have children. The only thing I could do was to have you take care of Mom, but that's over now.
So that's what you really wanted?
Yes, that's right. My girlfriend is about to go into her last month of pregnancy, so you should get the hell out of my life.
You're such a jerk.
I knew you'd be insistent, so I'll pay you what you want.
I'll even file an alimony suit against your girlfriend.
That's also factored in. I'll pay her alimony too. I'll give you my savings. I get to spend time with my kids and my lovely wife. It's a small price to pay for what's to come. Now you're happy, aren't you? I'll give you the money, so just give up and divorce me.
I'm stunned. How dare you tell me about the future with your girlfriend on the day your mother died? That's enough. I'll divorce you.
Glad to hear that. I'm going to have a baby anyway. Since I'm a kind man, I'll give you a month to pack your bags and leave.
You're going to live in the house we used to live in?
Well, it's my parents' house. Her place is a small apartment, and that's the plan. Anyway, you have 1 month, and write the divorce papers right away.
I don't have the energy to talk to you anymore, but I'm divorcing you, so feel free to do what you want to do. I'll move out of the house as you wish.
Hey, what's going on? Pick up the phone.
I'm busy right now. What do you want?
What is it? My stuff is being moved into the apartment. I know you did that.
Yeah, I went out of my way to deliver the furniture and stuff you bought.
Don't be selfish. I told you to get out. We're going to live in that house.
I left, just like you wanted me to, okay?
You harassed me. You're just going to make us have more stuff to move.
I don't think so. I'm selling the house. I was just helping you to move your things out.
Huh? What are you talking about? It's my parents' house. There's no way you can sell it without my permission.
It's my house.
Oh, come on. Have you finally lost your mind?
No, it's in my name.
That can't be true. I grew up in that house since I was a kid. It's my parents' house, so it's legitimately my house.
Your mother gave it to me as a gift before she died, so it's mine.
A gift? That's not what I heard.
Your mother always said that she was sorry to have raised you to be such a terrible son. She said you never cared about your wife and your mother.
So what?
She told me that she no longer had a son, that I was her only daughter. That's why she gave me the house, all of the property, everything.
I didn't know about that.
You didn't even listen to me. She even wrote an authorized will. So the house is officially in my name.
Wait a minute. What about the money Mom left you? There must have been quite a bit.
She left it all to me in her will. She thanked me for taking care of her and said how lucky she was to have a daughter like me.
You're lying. Are you telling me that I won't get a penny? I'm her own son.
The will was authorized, so there's nothing we could do about it. That's why the house is mine. You have no right to live there.
This is a scam. You deceived my mother. That's not valid.
Stop talking nonsense, Louis.
You took care of her just for money. You're a hell of a woman.
You're a scumbag in every way. You didn't even take care of your mother. Even on the day your mother died, you were out on a date with your girlfriend and came home in the morning.
That's none of your business. Why should I give my house to you, a stranger?
I'm not a stranger to your mother. She adopted me, so I'm her daughter.
Adoption? You didn't tell me that either.
I don't have parents, and I think of your mother as if she were my own mother.
Stop kidding me. That's all null and void too.
What are you talking about? It's already been processed. It can't be invalid. Everything is officially documented.
Are you sure that house is in your name too?
I'm telling you, it is. If you doubt me, why don't you check the registry? Well, I think you're wasting your time.
If that's what's going on, I wouldn't have given you alimony or even my savings. I gave you the money because I felt sorry for you, that you wouldn't get the house or the inheritance. If that's the case, then give it all back to me.
Alimony? You mean the $3,000 that were wired to me?
That's right. We transferred the money to you.
If you're just thanking me for not charging more of the amount you transferred, I can understand that. But to ask me to return that to you is a different case. Are you stupid?
What?
If I demanded alimony from you two, there's no way you can get away with only $3,000. You cheated on me while I was taking care of your mother. And because you have a child outside marriage, you're divorcing me. What you're doing is disgusting.
I know that you're just upset that I divorced you. Anyway, pay it all back to me.
You idiot! I could sue you right away. I can get a lawyer and charge you the right amount. At the very least, it's going to be over $1 million.
Nah, you're just trying to threaten me and my girlfriend.
I don't want any part of this anymore, so I'm selling the house and not suing you for alimony. You should just give up and don't contact me anymore.
We just had a baby. We're going to spend time together as a family.
Happiness awaits us, right? You said it yourself. It's a small price to pay.
I have a happiness that you can't have, even if it took you your whole life. Spend the rest of your life alone and lonely at best.
You were pathetic, so I didn't tell you the truth. Don't you remember when you had your fertility test?
Huh? What's all this talk about now? The results showed that you're the main cause that we couldn't have kids. What's the point of talking about it now? Don't tell me you want me to feel sorry for you.
Huh? Are you serious? You don't even remember the result correctly? The test showed that you were infertile.
No kidding. Is this some kind of joke?
Seems that you have replaced the memory with your own convenient memory after all this time. You're azoospermic.
No, it can't be true. I don't believe you. I'm a good man, unlike you who doesn't even know how to behave like a good woman.
I really feel sorry for you. I've been saving the results of your diagnosis for a long time. You're the reason we're not able to have kids. So we talked about it, and we decided to spend time together as a couple, since having kids isn't the most important thing in marriage. I was okay with that, but
Oh, now I remember.
right after that, your mother collapsed, and I was busy since I needed to take care of her. I didn't expect you to have such a twisted memory.
Then why did my girlfriend get pregnant? So the test result must be mistaken. It wasn't me that caused it. It was you.
I can't believe how stupid you are. I recommend you to have a DNA test for your unborn child. Oh, but if you have happy days ahead of you, maybe it's too much. Anyway, it's none of my business, and I wish you all the best.
Stella, I got divorced.
Didn't I tell you not to contact me?
Listen, after all that, I did the DNA test on the baby like you told me to.
I'm not interested in that at all.
Don't say that. What do you think the results were?
I can imagine.
99.9% not my child.
Well, that's too bad. It's so predictable. I don't feel anything.
My second wife, she had another man, and she was married too. She's the worst kind of woman. I was so screwed over.
And what does this have to do with me?
I did everything wrong. I left everything to you and said terrible things. You were beautiful even without makeup and also a great cook. I was missing out on true happiness.
You divorced me because you said you'd be happy with your second wife.
It was all wrong. I realized it. The one I loved the most was you, Stella.
Even if you say you just realized it now.
You smiled at me and said you didn't care if we couldn't have kids together. You adored my mother and cared for me. That's right. You were my true destiny.
Can you stop talking to me like that? It's disgusting.
So, let's start over, Stella.
Absolutely not. It's impossible. That's all.
Don't be so cold. You were adopted by my mother, weren't you? Isn't that because you wanted to stay connected to me even if we get divorced? Wouldn't you be happy if you could be married to me again?
How can you think so positively after what we've been through?
Let's build a house on the land where we used to live again, and you can be the owner of it.
Oh, I've already sold the land too.
You really sold all of it? Why did you do that?
I've told you I'll sell it, haven't I? Anyway, can we finish this conversation?
Never mind then. I don't care where I'll be living because I love you.
I know you don't see me as a woman because I don't see you as a man either.
But you still love me, don't you?
What? I hate you so much. My ex-husband who just decided to get married to his girlfriend right after his mother passed away? There's no way I can love a man like him. My feelings toward you have cooled down to the freezing point. So please don't contact me again.
Don't be so cold to me. I'll wait for you.
You don't have to wait for me. I'll block your number and buy a new phone.
Please, give me a chance. You were the best that ever happened to my life.
I'm enjoying my new happy life, so please don't contact me again. Well then, goodbye.
Forgive me, Stella.
My ex-husband was looking for my whereabouts for a while. but he didn't have a clue. He gave up and registered with a marriage counselor, but he was rejected because he was divorced and unable to have children. He is still spending his time alone. Since then, I met a kind man who accepted me after knowing everything about me. I got remarried and blessed with a child. In the end, my ex-husband lost everything, and, ironically, I am now living happily with my child and new husband.